In October 2025, a 75-year-old Arizonan man living alone passed away, and it was only 3 days later that his niece found him. That tragic scenario is one that millions of families fear having to face, with 28% of US seniors over 65 living alone. That's over 16 million people in the US.
My name is Eliel Bodoni Kovacs, and I'm a homeschool student living in Montana, USA. But my grandma, who is older than 80 years old, lives over 5,000 miles away from me on the other side of the world. This means that we don't know how she's doing on a day-to-day basis. If she suddenly fell ill, we might not find out until it's too late. But the same problem faces people with elderly relatives less than an hour drive away.
Families like mine are in a difficult situation where we can't check in on our loved ones who need it the most. The hundreds of products addressing this today are either too much of a hassle or too expensive and intrusive. If we look at our as-is strategy canvas, we can see these issues. Cameras and other surveillance systems are complex to install and intrude on privacy, while wearables need to be worn and charged, making them inconvenient. When looking at the pain points buyers have on our buyer utility map, we see that current solutions are inconvenient and complicated to use and maintain.
People deserve something better. That's why I developed Trankvil, a smart but simple pressure sensor that is installed once and notifies the family from then on.
The pad is placed under a mattress, detecting whether someone is in bed or not, as well as detecting significant movement. A cord connects the pad to a hub under the bed, which is plugged into a nearby outlet, thus powering the mechanism. The bed sensor pad market is already widespread at roughly $567 million in 2025, with the technology being affordable and available. But currently, this tech is used to trigger an alarm when someone falls out of bed. Instead, we send the information to the Trankvil app to monitor well-being. The app sets a baseline for new users in the first week and goes off of that in the future. Using preset interpretations and AI analysis, the app uses this basic information to tell the family whether their loved one is okay or not.
Normal hours in bed? All's well. No time spent in bed, too much time spent in bed, or no movement in bed? The app notifies the family to check in on the individual.
As seen by this ERRC grid, Trankvil eliminates constant surveillance, reduces the specificity and frequency of information the family receives, but instead raises how simple it is to install and respect of privacy, and creates a carefree, hands-off experience.
Trankvil isn't in the red ocean of typical bed sensor pads. We're not detecting falling out of bed, we're monitoring health.
As we can see by looking at the to-be strategy canvas, Trankvil also isn't competing in the red ocean of typical elderly monitorization. Instead, Trankvil focuses on a simple product that assures peace of mind while focusing on an affordable price, keeping privacy, and being easy to install and maintain. The problem Trankvil solves is in a huge industry, with the elderly monitors market projected to cross $5.7 billion by 2028. We find by looking at our 3 tiers of non-customers that there's room to further expand. Outside of our Tier 1 non-customers, who are the typical market for such products, we also focus on Tier 2 non-customers who rejected the market for various issues, which Trankvil solves. In Tier 3, we have facilities such as hospitals or retirement homes who need an automatic system that simplifies keeping track of everyone's well-being. Complex medical alert systems can cost hundreds of dollars. But because the tech Trankvil uses is all basic and widespread, we can offer our product for under $100. To make up for any losses on the upfront product, Trankvil can also charge a low monthly subscription fee for the app in order to stay profitable.
And with a sustainable business model, Trankvil can focus on the most important thing, helping millions of people not to have to worry about the people they love. Trankvil, rest assured.